So round 3 with rug stuff. Was this Delver? Fantastic. I figure since no one's subscribing, yeah, you are all enjoying the plentiful amount of uh, videos I've been putting up. I'll just put up one a week, so fuck it. Now I'm gonna play this like the control match. I don't want to go turn 1 nimble mongoose and not leave anything open. So, I'm just okay. Basic Island pretty much says another case of OmniShow. This was when OmniShow was like the deck of the moment. Um, Miracles is still the deck, the deck of the moment, but I mean, it's a deck that's it's killing the moment, but yeah, this is the deck that people who actually want to play Magic play. Also, yes, I have actually cast an Emrakul in uh, Modern Masters 2. It was glorious. It involved a lot more work than I had thought, though. Alright, so I want to keep up Stifle. Here, see, this is what I told you before. Like, the problem with Force of Will in this deck is that you have so many non-blue cards, sometimes it just gets stuck in there. Oh, see, like, he was playing around Stifle there. He got scared for a moment. That's fine, it happens. That was a smart move on his part. That's what I would do the exact same thing. It's almost like he's ghosting, even though I'm making a video like a month after I made this. Alright, so... Oh, he's letting me stifle it. Whoops. Oh, I thought he was doing the correct move, and that was... I don't know what it is. It's something. It involves doing stuff. Oh yeah, the correct move is against Delvers. Always crack when they crack. I will say though, I'll just give it away now. The third match in this, probably one of the greatest matches of my entire life, and it symbolizes this deck, how this deck wins games. Some of it may be on user error, some of it may be on lack of common sense, some of it may just be that I'm the greatest in the world. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty goddamn sweet. So, I don't know. What I do now is the third game in this match is fantastic. Alright, so I don't even care that he's a volcanic island. What I do know is that he's playing Impulse, and only one deck in this format plays Impulse, and that is OmniShow, which is my deck, and I do not lose to my own decks. Okay? This is my deck. Sure, there's a Dismember in there. And then but the OmniShow deck is my deck. I play that deck. You don't beat me when I'm playing my deck. Alright? Because the thing is, like, you get so good sometimes at playing decks, like, that you just can't lose. See, his mistake also was going for, well, I don't know if he went for it. He must have drawn it off the top. One of his 2 volcanic islands. It's like the worst feeling in the world. Because you know they're going to wasteland it. It's just bound to happen any day now. No, but like, you get so comfortable playing a deck that you just can't lose because you know what your opponent's going to do. It's like, you can just see it happening before it happens. It's like when I would play the Jun Mirror. Like, I knew I was not going to lose the Jun Mirror because I was just going to outplay my opponents in Jun. Okay, now I have a difficult problem on my hands, right? Oh, crap. Don't have it. Ah, he's got it. Alright. You got me. You got me. On to the next game? Maybe. Maybe not. There are certain tricks with this deck, though, that most people have yet to figure out. Like, what do you do in response to someone killing your omniscience? the turn, like, as you know, when you show and tell it, or if they Venser it. What you do is you very simply just dig through time at instant speed, grab a cunning wish and a army, or ant army, or whatever it is, and um, brainstorm, and you kill them that way at instant speed. You don't always have to play Emrakul. But yeah, the cuts and whatnot are fairly simplistic. I'm taking out dismembers unless I need to get my threshold count up. I want to kill my own creatures. This hand seems acceptable. Not great, but acceptable. Um, this hand just the problem with it. Okay, now knowing him, he's doing now. People want to give the credit to who Shouto Yasuka or whatever. I was the guy who started playing Young Pyromancer my uh, in my OmniShow deck because I needed a way of stopping them, and I tried a lot of different cards. I tried True Name Nemesis. I even tried True Name Nemesis and Daze at one point in Sneak and Show, if that says something. So, alright, so he's gonna probe me. Now I'm just questioning whether or not I should actually let this go through. I just hate them getting information that I know I could have avoided them getting. I know how weird that sounds. Um, I don't want them to have more information than they deserve. Like, Jitaxi and Probe, they don't deserve to uh, get that information for 2 life. And it doesn't even hurt them. Like, 2 life just kind of bounces off of them, you know? They don't care about that shit. Um, so, my Delver, of course, flips, because all Delvers flip. Which allows me to ponder and do all this other assorted fun stuff. I don't want any of those cards except meh. I want that Goyf. So I'm gonna ponder. What double ponder allows you to do is very similar to double Sensei's Divining Top, where you can keep the card you want and get rid of the crap that you don't. It's a kind of a how do I explain this? It's almost a draw one card for I don't know. It's like you're drawing 2 cards for 2 mana, but you're putting the top 3 back in order, top 2 back in order. So it's kind of like Anticipate, a really really bad Anticipate. No, Anticipate puts them on the bottom. It's like a Index, mixed with other junk. Um, so that's that. He's using shitty looking brainstorms. I have no respect for this man whatsoever. Have some. All I ask from people is to have a little bit of respect. Like I I once made a guy like I was playing a guy one time. He had all foil. Oh, he knows I don't have the stifle. He's so happy right now. He's like, I can crack a fetch land. Woo. Um, no, but I was playing a guy and his deck was all foiled out and completely like unnecessarily foiled out. And he had like a couple cards that weren't foil, and I like just kept making fun of him during the match. I was like, "Oh, hi, your cards aren't foil." And it literally timed him out because he was just getting so angry at me. Alright, so I dazed the Pyroblast, and then they forced, and then things occurred, and fluster storming, I'm sure at some point will happen. Alright, so I'm gonna blow up. Why did he get a volcanic? Did he fetch for a volcanic? I can't even tell anymore. These people just be cray cray. That's all I gotta say. Um, just don't fetch for a volcanic until you can use it against any kind of deck running Wasteland, especially when you're in such a land-light deck as this deck is. I mean, OmniShow. Um, it's such a, like, even if you have it, like, I've actually just not played lands and kept it in my hand instead of playing it, waiting for the right time to play it. Because you don't, if you lose a land, chances are you're gonna lose the game. And sitting around with no land is not fun. Um, Also, is this my good luck bud challenge of ever since they got rid of the right click, like random right click messages from version 3? Like, I like to say good luck to people just to see whether or not they respond. And 90% of the time, they don't respond. But oh my god, this is good. Jerry Thompson, who is fairly overrated as a Magic player, not gonna lie. Um, he was wondering why Hearthstone gets 800 kajillion viewers and Magic, which is played by so many more people and so many more people, blah blah blah, know it exists and it's on Twitch and all that. Why they don't? Why it doesn't have more viewers? And that's very simple. I know the answer to this question. Are you excited? Are you excited to know why more people don't watch more Magic streams? It's because Magic players are the biggest assholes on the face of the earth. I'm not even kidding you. They are just the biggest a-holes. Like, you've got people like Bara who don't like it when their opponent wins, but that's because they think they lost to a worse player. People don't want to watch that. Like, he was being oh, he's gonna try and dig through time. That's cute. I know he doesn't have a force in hand. He already used a force, and he can't afford to use another one, or else I'll just force his whatever it's called card. Show and tell. He doesn't play Dream Halls anymore, buddy. Back in the good old days, when you could Dream Halls your omniscience in the play. Um, no, Magic players are just dicks. They really are. They are real life dicks. And I don't know how to better explain that other than, okay, yes, MJ has gotten much better. I will admit, MJ has gotten, MJ is actually like charming now in some weird fucked up way. But no, you have like Magic players are just a-holes, and this guy's taking like a week and a half. All right, that gives me time to just vent. Magic, like, there are what I like to call are Magic snobs, and there's kind of like this hierarchy of Magic snobs that range from like, okay, the people who play Standard enjoy playing Standard, but they don't like the Modern and Legacy players because they go with the whole, oh, they spend $1 billion and what do they get out of it, blah, blah, blah argument. Alright, intuition. So, you intuition in this scenario for only one of two things: omniscience or show and tell. You don't do it for anything else. It's one of the only cards you have four of. You're not gonna intuition for a dig through time. Um, so, what was I just saying? Um, so like the Standard players, they're like, oh well, these Legacy players, I don't want to play Legacy. These cards are like $1 billion a piece, and um, then you have the Modern players who are like, ugh, Standard's just been so boring since I can no longer play the cards I used to enjoy playing in Modern in Standard. Like, no longer can you play Olivia and basically Jund from like 3 years ago into Jund today. Um, and then you have the legacy players who are just like, Modern's a terrible format because you don't have Jace the Mind Sculptor and Force Will. You just have like all the other exact same cards, just in different iterations. Oh, I like this. Modern's too slow of a format. All right, he finally figured out how to choose. I'm really excited for him. I want to give him a little pat on the back for figuring out how to click on 3 of the same card. Um, you have the legacy players who are like, oh, these modern players are so stupid. I can't stand them. You have Then you have like the people who are too snobby and too cool for uh, for legacy, and they play like vintage and 1994 standard. Uh, you have those people who are just like, oh, well, we have Black Lotuses and Moxes, and we're just bored of legacy because it's only miracles, and we don't like miracles. So we're gonna play a format that very few people on the planet play. Oh no. Alright, that's fine. And then you got EDH players, and just nobody likes them. Because, EDH, everyone's like, oh, let's have a great time. And you're just like, no. Like, if Magic was supposed to be fun, then more people would be enjoying it. Alright, so here is the play of the century. Um, I guess most people don't know this, but Annihilator is a triggered ability, not an activated ability, or something like that. Shit if I know. But he's pondering. I haven't scooped, so I don't know what he thinks I possibly have. Maybe I have like a Venser with split second. Actually, that would be so badass. Split second Venser. How badass would split second Venser be? Just think about that for a second. An uncounterable Venser that you I don't know, it would just be so sick. Alright, so I stifled his Annihilator trigger in what made me the happiest person ever. Even though he like dig through time and did all this other stuff to find a Force of Will or something like that. Now he feels dumb because I'm at 2, and that is lethal, I believe. My Tarmogoyf should be large enough. That's why when you're playing Show and Tell, you want to try as hard as humanly possible to never, ever, like, Show and Tell Emrakul. Because there's so many things that can go wrong. Even Storm decks bring in Krakus. I bet you right now he's like asking an orc, he's like, wait, he could stifle Annihilator? Like, what's going on? But like, that's why people don't want to watch Magic streams. Because Magic streamers are just dicks. They're assholes. They Magic players in general. The reason that Team GPs suck so much, and I know some people enjoy Team GPs and whatever, and that's fine. You're allowed. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm not gonna hate you because you have an opinion. All right, he's digging through time. I'm not sure for what. Like he has all the manas in the world. I wanna make you feel like I'm the only mana in the world. Oh, it's just, why would anyone want to watch a stream of a dude who's sitting around bitching about how much better he is than somebody else? Oh, what is he possibly looking for? There is nothing in his 75 cards. I don't even care if Cunning Wish was allowing him to go through his binder right now. Actually, yeah, I would care, because then he could find like a Void Snare or something. Wouldn't that be sick if like Wishes allowed you to like go to like a bot, just like buy like Vapor Snag. All right, good. On to game 3. Oh, so that was game 2 that happened. All right, that was so sick. Maybe I'll actually get this Ashen Rider in play. Or maybe I should play like 7 Ashen Riders. That would make sense. And I don't like making sense. So making sense is for stupid people. I'm just like, that's the sole reason why people don't watch Magic streams. And why they would rather watch Hearthstone. Also, Hearthstone has a lot of like Asian girls playing it, and apparently Magic players are really into Asian chicks because, of that whole outcast liking girls that have low expectations but high IQ type deal. I don't know. I cage fight. I'm a amateur cage fighter. I work out every single day. I play Magic on my free time, and I do this to show you guys the fun you can have with just a few Pro Tour appearances and a pocket full of dreams. No, but that's, I mean, would you want to watch me sit here and go, wow, I just lost that game because my opponent was one lucky son of a gun. It was of no fault of my own. It was solely my opponent's fault. Because, if I had done anything wrong. Okay, so Ponder. There's a Wasteland. I don't want that. There's a Lightning Bolt. I don't want that Brainstorm either. I'm going to have to shuffle that. And I shuffle into a perfect card. Alright, sweet. Like, you can't stream Magic. Because, like, the thing is about Magic, when you win, it's top decking. No, I'm sorry, when you win, it's playing to your outs. And when you lose, it's top decking. So, how do you explain that on stream to people who don't, someone can't say, "Oh, you're so good," because let's be honest, 95% of the time, you're just the luckiest motherfucker alive. All right, now that's a much better Ponder. It's got Nimble Mongoose in it, and you really can't go wrong with a Nimble Mongoose. Now all they need to do is make Strip Mine legal, and this is game. Where's Life from the Loam when you need it, by the way? I was just thinking about that. This deck should get rid of Dismember and just main deck it should just main deck a Life from the Loam. It would make much more sense. You could just, sit there, actually get your Nimble Mongoose to Threshold in a timely manner. Instead of waiting like 3.5 weeks for it to actually get up to 7 cards in your graveyard. Because you're playing against a deck that you don't want to counter 90% of the things they're actually going to play. Now I'm thinking, I'm playing in the Modern Festival currently going on. And I'm trying to figure out what it is that I should play. It's very frustrating. Oh yeah, this whole deal. Yeah, we're gonna have a fight over this. I'm not letting him put Young Pyromancer in play. That would be able to profitably block my Nimble Mongoose. And that just, I just can't allow that to happen. Like, that would just be incorrect. The only thing that's blocking my Nimble Mongoose is me. Me and me only. So, I'm just like, oh god, he played a volcanic island. Why would you do that to yourself? Why? Do you just want to lose the game? Like, this is a great way of losing the game if you want. No, but I'm trying to figure out what modern deck to play so I can qualify for the Modern Festival. And I'm thinking, should I play Twin? Should I play Grixis? And then I'm thinking to myself, and I'm like, you know what? All these Grixis players are thinking too small. They're not thinking the big game, They're not thinking, what can you do in Grixis that you can't do in other colors? And that's Cruel Ultimatum and it's Cruel Ultimatum and Nicol Bolas. How badass would it be if I qualified and then ended up winning with Nicol Bolas? That would be the most badass thing I think anyone's ever done. Because, I mean, lately I've been doing the little stuff, you know, like killing people with Keranos, Blood Mooning on turn 3 in my main deck, you know. I've got Jund I could play, but it's not the most exciting of decks. You gotta, like, a trillion. Oh my god, I've been destroying people playing that stupid. I don't even know if it matters if I really play any spells here. I could just keep attacking with Tarmogoyf. Oh, that, sir, is a quality ponder. I enjoyed that thoroughly. That should be game. I mean, I'm no clinical scientist or anything, but wait, clinical scientist? I don't even know what that means, but do you know what? It sounds good. Clinical scientist. I'm on top, on top of the world. Yes, that's getting stifled. Do you want to force a will my stifle? That's gotta be the worst feeling in the world, sitting there trying to figure out whether or not you want to force a will stifle. So he's basically stuck on no lands for a while. Like it's gonna be hard for him to cantrip. I can even counter his cantrips if I feel like making his life even worse. He might want to hang himself after this game. Um, if I was, I'll be honest, if I was in his position, I would want to hang myself too. So it's totally cool. Like this is how I feel when I'm getting my shit pushed in by Rug Delver, which is just like an underrated deck. You don't need Young Pyromancer and all this other crap to have a good time. I mean, all you need is what's the name of that card? All you need is well, all you need is love, but you know, all you need is Stifle and like $50 dazes on Moto. I don't know how much dazes are. Dazes are fucking expensive as shit. That's because Pauper Qs are actually firing. And they're firing at I've been actually killing the Pauper Qs because Dragons of Tarkir packs are above $2 a piece. So I've been able to actually turn a profit, which is always nice. Turning a profit on Moto recently has been extremely difficult. Um, you know, because like packs, like even the modern Masters packs or whatever, was it the yeah, okay. So we're fighting over things. We're having a bigger penis fight at the moment. My favorite kind of fight. Um, and as we sit here, Kenji is sucking off someone trying to get a job with his friend, his BFF, Sutcliffe, doing some commentary. He's been doing that lately. Personally, I think he sucks. He looks like just like a really bad suit trying to do commentary. It's kind of funny. Ooh, sorry about that. It is kind of funny though how bad he looks doing it. Um, but you know, people love Kenji and they love Marshall Sutcliffe for whatever reason. All right, so I will see you guys in round 4. Peace.